I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen.
Hi guys, so today we're gonna be reacting to a video, an animation video. I actually forgot the name of it, but it was something along the lines of I was born genius in a family of idiots, something along the lines of this. Because like I have it on my laptop and I do not know the name. So just bear with me. I have my octopus here. You're gonna see my mood throughout the video. Let's begin.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
Hi,
and
Ashley.
My family's hate for me wasn't new. See, on my 7th birthday, my parents didn't even remember it was my special day. And when I told them, they only said, "Who do you think you are, the president?" It would have been okay if they didn't...
Wait. I just stopped for a few seconds. What does having to do your birthday have anything to do with being the president? So, apparently everyone now is the president just for doing their birthday? That makes no sense.
Throw a huge party for my brother on his birthday, and they even bought him a freaking iPod. He was their favorite child. I wasn't even
It's probably
allowed
the
to go to
youngest or
anyone's
something.
place. I was expected to come straight home from school, do my homework, and help with dinner, while my brother would often be out playing in the park or
Yeah,
playing
he's the
video
youngest.
games. The one time Mom did allow me to invite a girl I'd just become friends with over, it was a total nightmare. My friend accidentally spilled some juice on the
Does that look like accidentally to you? Like, do I just do it like this and I say accidentally? No, it's not accidentally.
cloth, and my mom screamed at her, leaving her in tears. I was so embarrassed and horrified that I never invited anyone again.
Imagine your mom screaming at your friend for spilling some juice.
I remember one Halloween when I was 9, I designed a really spooky costume for my brother and me, and we scared the hell out of the neighborhood kids. When my mom found out, she told me to never wear a costume again, or she'd dump me in a foster home.
Then do it. Dump her in a foster. She's probably better off.
She said, "You already look like a zombie. You don't need a costume." But she didn't say a single word to my brother. I was so sad
I'm
because
offended.
trick-or-treating was my favorite pastime. Things at school weren't much better. I was shy and had trouble making friends. Another day, something strange happened to me. We were solving math questions in class, and my teacher asked us to solve 46 multiplied by 72.
No, I don't know. I'm not gonna solve the math question. Don't look at me.
I shouted 3,312 without thinking. Everyone stared at me. I felt so scared. My teacher asked again, me specifically, "What is 113 multiplied by 22? I didn't need a calculator. I replied, 2,468. After some hesitation, the class gave me weird looks for weeks after.
Of course they're gonna give you
When I was
weird
bored
looks.
in recess, I saw the math teacher and a senior working on something. I passed by them and saw they were working on a question. They seemed stuck, so I offered to help and solve the question in a minute. They were stunned. The senior smiled shyly at me and said he
Why
thought I was
shyly,
the
though?
smartest person he'd ever met. He said he'd been working on the question for weeks. This happened so often that I needed someone to talk to about the changes I was experiencing.
Big mistake.
So I talked to my mother. Bad idea. She laughed for a long time and then said, "You forget. I am your mother. I know you're stupid and have no skills in anything." I waited for my dad to return that
Wow.
week and then told him the story. To my surprise, he was amazed how good I was at math and encouraged me. One day, we had important guests. I was expected to stay out of sight in my room. According to my mother, there's no point in you meeting these people. You're not that important, you know. I didn't
Her
want to
mother
stay
is
in my
mean.
room, so I went to Dad's study. I always entertained myself there, but this time, I noticed something. Tucked behind a pile of books was an old laptop. I opened it and went through the folders.
Do you just go through your dad's laptop just like that? I don't do it. We share the same laptop and I don't do it.
The files were about my dad's business. Oh, these people were losing a lot of money. I decided to help them out, and plus, it was fun for me. I sent them a message through their email to tell them how to fix things. I eventually got tired and went to bed. Weeks later, they emailed me back. They thanked me for my kind suggestions and even offered $100,000 for my help.
100,000?
They expected me to come to their headquarters to accept the reward. $100,000? That's a lot for a girl my age, and since I had no idea how to get the money on my own, I did something very stupid. When my dad returned home from work, I excitedly told him about everything that had happened.
Big
He
mistake.
promised to meet them on my behalf and get the reward. The next day, my cruel dad had already gone and collected the entire amount in cash. When I confronted him and asked for my money, he only laughed and asked, "What would a stupid, ugly girl like you
Why are they so mean?
need with so much money?" I was disgusted. I wanted to hit him. I said, "I want to save for college." He only laughed harder and walked away.
I'm sorry.
I was so angry. I threw the laptop on the floor and smashed it. In the weeks that followed, my mom and dad laughed at every little thing I did. They were delighted by my misery. As much as I tried to be happy, I only got angrier. Knowing it was my reward money these insane people were spending. One day, when I got back from school,
It's
I
just
saw my brother messing
100,000.
up my room. I was horrified. What was he doing? As soon as he saw me, he grabbed my arm and started shaking me. "Where's the money?" He
Why does her brother look like the Sunir? Sus.
demanded. I told him I didn't have it and that Dad had taken it all, but he wouldn't believe me. He tore my room apart and threatened me that he wanted $50 by the end of the day or else. Then he left.
Or else what? What you gonna do about it?
That night over dinner, my brother said, "Can you believe this stupid waste has a boyfriend? I hear he's only with her because she's good at math." So stupid. I couldn't believe it. Why would he lie like that? Then my parents started laughing, and Dad said, "Yeah, she's a math freak just like her mom." Mom froze. Then she started yelling and stormed into their bedroom. My dad rushed in after her. I was so curious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So I snuck to their room and tried to hear what they were fighting about. Why had Mom gotten mad like that? Mom was yelling all sorts of crazy things, and Dad was yelling right back. Then I heard something that left me totally shook. Mom was saying I wasn't her child.
Makes sense.
She was screaming like a wild animal.
Okay, this makes so much sense. That's why she hates her, because she's not her daughter.
"Dad, that girl is no daughter of mine. I will not have all these years of effort wasted." She was saying that she would take every penny I had because I'd been a burden on her for years. Dad was yelling back. He was saying he only had an affair because she was always screaming. I'd heard enough. I pushed the door open and ran inside. My father went quiet, but my mother looked at me angrily. She started shouting at me, "You're not my daughter. You're his secret child. I hate you." She was crying and yelling at the same time. I yelled back and said I hated her
Yes, Queen, please hate her.
too. Then I rushed outside because I couldn't stop crying. But in my heart, it all made sense. Why my mom and dad hated me, why they always wanted me to hide. Over dinner one evening, my mother joked about how much richer our family would be if I stopped hiding in my room. I decided enough was enough. I threw my plate across the table at her. The plate missed her face by an inch, but a shard from it smashing on the wall hit her. Her forehead started to bleed. As soon
Ow.
as she saw the blood, she
Ow.
was absolutely
No, kitty. The kittens. No.
absolutely crazy. She cursed at me from the top of her lungs. Surprisingly, my dad came to my room a few days later with a brand new laptop for me. "What's this for, Dad?" I asked with so much excitement, forgetting the events of the last few weeks. "Something to keep your gift shining,"
At least you got a laptop after all.
he said before leaving my room quickly. In the following months, my dad would come to check on me. He wasn't really concerned about me, though. He only wanted to know if I had made any cash or not. To him, my talent was his lottery ticket. One day, I returned home from school with a headache. My father was there, and he called me over. I was excited because I hoped he was concerned about my health, but
Why is everybody
unsurprisingly,
being
he only
a
asked
gold
if I'd
digger?
talked to any other big companies. I got mad and told him I had no idea if I would ever make more money since the first time was pure luck. He got so angry and said, "If you don't make more money, I'll ground you for as long as I want." I told him he could do whatever he wanted. I vowed that I would never give him a single penny ever again. My dad came into my room and asked if I had found any jobs with top-paying companies. I told him I hadn't. I repeated my decision never to contact any company ever again. Dad shouted at me and told me I was grounded until I came to my senses. I was limited to only 2 meals a day. I would have gone insane if I hadn't had my laptop. It was during this time, while I was browsing the internet, that I got an idea. I would start a
Why is everybody starting a YouTube channel? Like, everybody I know is starting a YouTube channel. So I started a YouTube channel. 2 days later, my best friend started a YouTube channel. She's not my friend anymore, by the way, but yeah, what the heck?
Where I could share my life experience and help anyone who needed help with numbers. So that's exactly what I did, and I didn't regret it. As the next year passed, my channel grew bigger by the day. The channel became my escape. By the time I finally left for college, I had a YouTube channel with almost 1 million subscribers. I discussed my problems and challenges
1 million
with
is a
all kinds
lot.
of people. I also ran a weekly math segment. They gave me views, and more importantly, love. That was enough for
Love.
me. One morning, I woke up to hundreds of notifications.
Wait a minute. So you have 1 million subscribers and you wake up one day with hundreds of notifications. It's like only 400 notifications, and you say like, one of my videos went viral. Sis, you have 1 million. What are you talking about?
I was so excited. Did one of my videos go viral? I opened my phone, and to my surprise, I'd lost tons of subscribers.
Wait, what's that number? Bro, the comma Bro, the comma before the 5 is placed wrong. She has 500,000 subscribers. I'm not gonna say into details. What's that number? Like,
I also had a lot of hate mail. I scrolled to see a new
Karen.
YouTuber had appeared and was shaming me for lying about my family. What? I opened the profile. It was my brother. I practically passed out. My brother had started spewing hate about me everywhere. He also said I had run away after stealing money from him. I knew that Mom was behind all of this, but I had no evidence. Immediately, I
of
called
course
him.
she
He said
is.
I gave him $10,000 to shut up. So that's what this was about. I was furious. I told him he wouldn't get a penny
Money,
from
of
me
course,
and
it's about money.
After that, his videos became meaner and meaner. He started spreading all kinds of crazy stories about me. He said I wasn't actually good at math, I was just stealing his notes. It was unbearable. I tried making a video telling everyone how he was trying to destroy me, but no one believed me. I was devastated. That's how
Karen.
something amazing happened. After one of my live YouTube videos, one of my viewers sent a message asking if we could meet. It was a bit strange for someone to be
James.
so insistent,
James.
especially after what my brother was doing, so I ignored him at first. Then a few days later, he messaged me again. He said he knew how to deal with my brother. He believed me. I agreed to meet him, but I was nervous. What if it's just a stupid prank? I wondered. I went to the coffee shop he had asked me to go to. I didn't even know his name. Eventually, a handsome young
Wait. What do you mean you don't know his name? The profile said James.
man
Oh.
of my age walked up to me. He sat across from me and introduced himself as Jake.
Jake.
He shook my hand and said, "I've been waiting to
Jake
meet you so
Oslo.
long, Ashley." I was confused. Weren't we there to deal with my brother? I told him I thought he was talking to the wrong person, and I got up to leave. But he grabbed my hand and asked me to sit. I couldn't stop blushing. He asked
Why are you blushing? Why are you blushing?
me if I truly didn't remember him. I said I
He's the brother. He looks so much like the brother.
didn't. He told me I had helped him and a teacher with a
The
very
senior.
difficult math problem once. My senior. I was stunned. I asked him what he was doing there, and he told me he'd been so impressed by my skills that he had quietly kept tabs on me all this time. I knew he wasn't lying. Jake was the son of a huge business tycoon, and he worked in the company too. He said he had the resources to not only stop my brother, but also to make him pay for the damage he'd caused me. And he did just that. My brother ended up having to pay me $30,000 and give a public apology.
Tell me, why does the brother look like the senior?
I was elated and thanked James. A few days later, Mom called and apologized for what she and my brother had done. I told her I forgave her, but she had to leave me alone. She started crying and asking for money. I told her I had no money for her. She got mad and started screaming as usual. She threatened me and said that she would destroy my life. I wasn't a little...
So the call starts with her mom saying like, hey, can you bring me some money, please? Like, I'm so sorry, can you bring me some money? And the call ends with, you are such a disgusting piece of...
kid anymore. I said, you're a crazy woman, and I'm not afraid of you anymore. I actually think you're weak and stupid. Take care.
Bye.
Then I hung up. I felt sad and frustrated. I called Jake and asked him to meet up with me. When he arrived, he told me something unbelievable. He said, I want you to work in my family's company. I couldn't respond as I was so shocked. And then he said, would you like to discuss the
Over lunch? I'm sorry I had to.
details over lunch? I agreed to go. He told me that his company would take care of my accommodation and car, etc. But more than that, he was genuinely interested in making...
Where can we find our Jake? Because like we really need Jake in our life now.
making my life better. I joined the company, and guess what? I climbed up pretty quick. Jake and I became official business partners in no time at all. You know what that means. Suddenly, I was my family's favorite child. They were nicer than ever before to me. My mom and dad kept calling
Let's have
me
dinner.
over
Let's
for
have
My
dinner.
mom of a brother couldn't keep a steady job, so he was always asking for money. When I'd had enough and refused to help, he offered to work for me.
Why does the brother look like the Junior or Jake, whatever? Why does he look like him? Oh my god.
I said, heck no. And you know what? Mine and Jake's story doesn't end with business. 2 years after Jake and I started working together, he invited me to a formal dinner. I saw it coming. I knew he
Marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone.
was going to
I
ask
love
me to marry
you.
him. I was so happy. But when I got there, I saw him with a woman.
Excuse me?
Then Jake said, Ashley, I want you to meet your mother. Oh my God, it was my birth mom. The woman started apologizing and crying. She said she was sorry for leaving me and that she'd had no other choice. She said that Dad was crazy and life with him had been a living hell. She'd had to run away. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if I could forgive her, but I decided to give her a chance. What did I have to lose anyway?
That's it? Did she marry Jake? Did she marry him? Did she marry Jake? They just end it like that? Did she marry him? I need to know, did she marry him? Anyway, I'll give this story a 4 out of 10. Why? Because they missed the most important part, if she actually married him or not. Second of all, the story is missing a ton of details about so many things. Like, we don't even know the brother's name, her mother's name, father's name, nothing. We just know Jake and Ashley. That's it. So yeah, it's missing a lot of information, but I'd give it a 4 because like pretty enjoyable. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed this long video that I'll probably take forever to edit. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
I was hanging with you and then I realized I didn't think it was true. I was surprised when I found out I'd fallen for you.